We begin KCAL News today at 5 with breaking news. A deadly shooting at Fashion Island Mall in Newport Beach. The suspects leading police on a pursuit into LA County.
In fact, let's begin with KCAL News reporter Michelle Geely. She is live from Fashion Island Mall. And Michelle, what can you tell us at this hour?
Well, I can tell you there was a lot of chaos here at Fashion Island. This is an Irvine Company property. There was also a lot of fear on the part of the hundreds and hundreds of people who were eating and shopping here. Here is what I have been able to piece together, although Newport Beach Police has not issued any kind of a statement at this point or even confirmed that a shooting did occur here. Now, around 3:35 this afternoon, a witness who works in this Fashion Island area, which is surrounded by a lot of office buildings and doctors' offices, heard screams and then 3 to 4 shots. Another man who was inside of a Starbucks with his children says that people came running and yelling, "Shots fired, someone is shooting." Another witness says that she was inside of Whole Foods and she was ushered into an employee room. The employees there and the shoppers very, very scared. This all happened right next to the Barnes and Noble and another shop there. And then there was a shopper who had come to drop off sunglasses, and she said when she walked out, she saw a dead body.
When I walked up, it was just a dead body laying in the ground. You know, it's Newport Beach, so you don't expect, I was just expected to go and fix my sunglasses. I didn't know it was going to be a dead body in the crime scene when I got here.
I was there with my 2 kids and we were eating, and all of a sudden about 20, 30 people came running around the corner screaming, "There's gunshots, there's gunshots." And you could tell by the look on their face that this wasn't a drill. This wasn't, people making a joke. And so we grabbed our stuff, we ran, and just there were screams, and it was a really scary scene.
Okay, there was a good Samaritan in your case.
Yeah, we were lucky. There was a husband and wife there in a Jeep, and we yelled to them, and they pulled over, picked us up, and got us to a nearby hotel where I could call my wife.
We are waiting for Newport Beach Police, that is the spokesperson, to get to the scene here to explain exactly what happened. So we do not know whether the victim is a man or a woman. We don't know whether this perhaps was a robbery. We really don't have a lot of answers as to the motive here. We also don't know much about the suspect, except for the fact that people are reporting that there was a pursuit along the 405 freeway that ended in LA County, and that at least one person is in custody there. So we're waiting to find out many, many more details about this terrible situation here at one of the most popular shopping centers in Southern California. A beautiful summer day. It's a holiday week. There are lots of people here enjoying this, and now they're absolutely scared to death, trying to get out of here, trying to get to their cars, trying to zigzag through the police caution tape and all of the security officers so they can get off the property. That's the latest live in Newport Beach. I'm Michelle Geely. Back to you.
Michelle, certainly a lot going on here. Thank you so much. Our coverage continues now with KCAL News assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk.
And Mike, after that shooting, the suspects then led officers on a chase. So pick things up from there.
Yeah, you heard Michelle mention it there in her live report. Those suspects got into a car, a white Toyota, and headed northbound on the 405. We launched SkyCal immediately. We caught up with them here actually as they were westbound on the 105. This was after they had already dropped off several suspects in the Los Alamitos area. There was a search for suspects there as well. We're waiting to find out if Newport Beach PD was able to locate any of those suspects. But yeah, they, like Michelle said, got up into LA County. The remaining 2 suspects got out of the car and ran. They stayed together for a little while. You see one in the gray sweats there, the other one in darker clothing wearing a mask. They then split up. We followed this guy for a second as he kind of came up here under a tree and then jumped over or ran snug against the wall. The second suspect, it's real hard to see there, but he is hiding behind a trash can right under that "Beware of Dog" sign. Desmond Shaw using our map tracking technologies there to highlight him, and you can see his face. He ultimately would take his shirt off. A good Samaritan and a resident pointed him out to CHP officers. There was a CHP officer helicopter overhead, along with an LA County Sheriff's deputy's helicopter. He didn't have anywhere to go. Eventually, he came out and surrendered, being taken into custody by those officers. Now, we know that there were multiple suspects in that car. We do not know which of those suspects allegedly pulled the trigger, if there was more than one suspect that pulled the trigger, or who is the actual homicide suspect. But we did see those 2 get out of that car after they had already let out a couple of suspects down near Los Alamitos. So at least one in custody, but again, we don't know which one is the alleged shooter.